So what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Dalek JD and welcome to another video on Extinction mode in the new Call of Duty Ghost game. This is the new secret mode that you unlock when you complete one mission from the campaign or get to level 5 in multiplayer, I believe. It's a hidden mode which isn't initially there in the main menu until you do either one of those things, and then it becomes unlocked. And Extinction is a co-op, well, it's a co-op or solo mode where you go around this map and destroy these hives and protect this drill you're trying to drill to destroy these hives from aliens. And it's just basically an objective mode. Now, I've said in a few of my videos that I'd be making a video where I would kind of overall talk about my opinions of the mode and what I think about it, because a lot of the people that I know that watch me love zombies from Black Ops and Black Ops 2, and this is something a bit different, and it's not the same as zombies. It's made by a completely different development team, Infinity Ward, which don't develop zombies. And there's actually been some comments I've seen where people are like, this game sucks because it doesn't have zombies, why did they remove zombies, etc, etc. Just come on, guys, it's Infinity Ward, it's not Treyarch. So the gameplay you're watching in the background is the final hive before the nuke, which you let off, and then you have to run all the way back to the start of the map, and that's the end of Extinction mode. I do apologise for anyone that hasn't finished it yet, and that kind of spoiled it a little bit, but there's not that much at the end anyway, so hopefully that wasn't too much of a spoiler. So the gameplay you're watching is some very, very high action, fast-paced, kind of frantic gameplay with 4 players, and this is where Extinction really shines. So when I first picked up Call of Duty Ghosts, I was super hyped to play Extinction mode because, you know, it was hyped up to be this awesome secret alien mode, and it just sounded so amazingly awesome. So I got on and played it, and my initial impressions from playing it like 1 or 2 times was like, this sucks. This is awful. What the hell were What the hell were Infinity Ward thinking? This is awful. This is not the alien mode that everyone's been talking about. This is just basically walking around doing, like, taking a drill round and drilling places. But actually, the more times you play it, the more you actually start to like it, and the more deeper this mode actually becomes. So, of course, when you play Extinction, you get given a loadout, and that instantly just opens it up to a lot of in-depth choices that you can make. So you've got 4 initial choices for like what type of person you want to be, like a medic, a weapons specialist, an engineer, or a tank. So you can have there's these different options where you can, you know, take it selfishly, or if you're playing solo, you may want to be a tank because you have more health in that aspect. But the fact that there's so much in-depth choice with the loadouts helps make the co-op experience a lot better than it is. So with 4 players, each having a different class, you can really help yourselves out and complement each other by having someone as medic, someone as weapon specialist, someone as engineer, and someone as a tank. These are your 4 basic options, and then within your loadout you get assigned stuff on the D-pad, and to start off with, the stuff you have is pretty awful. So that's straight away something that was like throwing me off from actually playing it, because there wasn't actually a lot of good items for you to use. But you find out you have to level up to get those. So again, thinking at first, my impressions were, I can't be bothered to level up this high to get such and such an item. It should already be unlocked at the start. And I was being very negative towards it. But if you have friends that want to try out Extinction and you haven't played with other people before on Extinction, then I really highly suggest you do it, because playing on solo is not the way to go for this mode at all. With zombies, it was created for like a solo and co-op experience, but with this mode, it is essentially a co-op experience only if you really want to get the most out of it and actually be able to play it the way it should be, because when you're playing solo, you're restricting yourself from people assigning other roles, which can really help you out and overall help everyone out. Now, looking at some feedback from my subscribers and other viewers from other videos that people have made on Extinction, it seems that a lot of you don't actually like watching Extinction, and that's fine. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion on what you like to watch and what you don't like to watch. Me personally, I can kind of agree with it, because it can be a bit long-winded and it may be a bit boring to watch, but to play, it is very fun to play. But my only concern is that it gets a bit too repetitive at times, because there is only one map and you are doing the same thing again and again and again. looking at what this one map is called, it's called Point of Contact, and it's under a little sub-briefing called Chapter 1. So if you think about it, there could be more than one chapter to this Extinction mode, or there could be more than one thing inside of Chapter 1, because if you listen to the sound of what the actual map is called, Point of Contact, that's the point in which these group of guys first made contact with the alien invasion. And there might be more cities like this that are infested in aliens, because, you know, when you do finish this, you blow up a nuke and the city's destroyed, and I'm guessing the aliens are wiped out, so this can't be the end of it. Now, inside of Extinction, there's a ranking system, and when you get to level 30 and you get past that level, you actually prestige inside of Extinction. So you're probably thinking, what does that give you? Well, these unlock relics, and you may have seen these from the secret achievements or the leaked achievements before the game came out, that there was something called relics, and a lot of people were like, these sound interesting. But so we now know what relics are, and to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed by what they are, because what they are essentially is skulls from Halo 3, where they're little modifications you can add onto your game which make it harder, but you get rewarded more for having that certain relic on and for actually achieving stuff inside of Extinction with those relics activated. Through replaying Extinction a certain amount of times with co-op friends, you can actually find new methods to do certain hives quicker or certain areas. Like, I know for a fact that in the city you can actually finish the hives a lot quicker, especially the ending one, if you don't rely on the chopper and use other methods. And I'm going to be releasing a video hopefully tomorrow or in the next few days or so with my ultimate co-op guide to completing Extinction, because I've managed to complete it in 45 minutes. I'm not sure if that's some sort of record, but normally I spend like an hour to an hour 10 minutes, an hour 20 minutes to complete Extinction. And that's another downside to it, is that with zombies you never knew how long you're going to last. With Extinction, if you're aiming to complete it, you'll always finish the mode, and you'll be finished with Extinction in about an hour. You're probably sitting here thinking, Dalek, come on, we want to hear your actual opinions. So right now, my opinion stands that I like Extinction, although I can't see myself playing it that many times more, because it is essentially the same thing, and it is quite repetitive, especially when you know what you're doing. There's no actual like set goal or anything that you actually get out of completing Extinction after you initially do it and get the achievements. I mean, you can go back and play with the relics, which make it harder, and there is leaderboards, so if you really want to go for those leaderboards and actually try and get in the like top 1000, top 100, then that is always something to aim for. But in my opinion, I like Extinction. It wasn't exactly what I imagined it to be, being from a co-op survival mode to it being an actual, what I like categorize it is as like a co-op campaign mission. Like, but the only objective in that mission is you've got to destroy these hives, and you've got these aliens as enemies attacking you. So from my initial thoughts of it being, you know, this co-op alien mode where you just defend against waves and waves of aliens, to what we actually have, I'm going to say I'm not disappointed by it by any means, because it has actually given me a lot of hours of playtime where I've actually had a lot of fun and had some really fun times. And for those that have like looked at it as like a sort of thing that, oh, this looks disappointing, doesn't look as good as zombies, or this just looks boring, I'm not going to try it out. But by all means, go ahead and try this mode out, as you may actually enjoy it. There is a lot of strategy involved in this mode, which again makes it really good. And what I said earlier about it being only in Chapter 1, I can definitely see this having some DLC in the future, and hopefully that would make this a lot better. Maybe adding in extra options like within the Extinction mode itself, like having a map where you can play the mode Extinction, or Survival where you just go against waves and waves of them, a bit like Safeguard maybe, but obviously a lot better. But for what they've actually, for what Infinity Ward have actually put into this, it looks like a very promising start to what could be a really awesome co-op mode. And you know, there's so much imagination already thrown into this game mode. You know, they've got stuff like the Hypno Knife, they've got Feral Instinct, they've got flares. They've obviously thought out a lot, and a lot of time has been thought out of what's been put into Extinction mode to make it really, really good. And for the most part, it is really good. So if you haven't already tried it, then I do suggest you guys go and play it. But if you want my honest opinion right now, my overall opinion, it's not as good as Zombies. I don't think it will be, because it is totally different. You can't compare Extinction to Zombies, as they are two completely different modes. they just aren't the same. One of them is waves and waves of zombies that have very limited amounts of AI, so they just run for you and that's it. While with the aliens here, they're a bit more tactical. They actually think about how they go about killing you, which in a way makes this a lot more interesting. And one thing to know is Extinction is a hard mode. It's not easy by any means. The zombies, if people know how to run around in a circle and know a good spot, then they're going to succeed in getting to a high round. But with Extinction, you actually need a team that know what they're doing, have their roles assigned, and actually know exactly what they're going to do for certain hives, which what makes this Extinction mode very promising, but it is early days. I want you guys to leave your opinions on Extinction mode in the comment section below. I read all your comments, so any comment that you do post, I'll be able to see it. What are your thoughts on Extinction? What were your initial thoughts? Is there anyone out there that is waiting for next gen before picking up this game? That will be very interesting to know as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give this video a like rating. Just smash that like button. It takes 1 second to do so, and I really appreciate all your support on my videos over the past week since Call of Duty Ghosts has released. I've got a fair amount of multiplayer content to come over the next week, so let me know down below if you're excited and look forward to that, as well as I'm sort of doing very well on multiplayer. It's really surprising, but I'll be giving you guys some awesome gameplays, and I want you guys to give me some sort of crazy challenges to do inside of multiplayer and try and get good games, because that's what I intend to do for multiplayer, is do something a little bit different to what everyone else is doing and make it sort of crazy but fun at the same time. So if you're new around here, then be sure to subscribe to keep yourself updated with loads of awesome Call of Duty videos daily. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook, and I will see you guys in the next video.